Hello everyone! We all know the game Clash Royale, the game that for the past 10 years has been eating our nerves and sometimes our money. Over the years, the game has gone through a lot of updates, balance changes, and tons of new cards added along the way. And with so many cards in the game, it's no surprise that some of them became extremely frustrating for players. So today, we're going to take a look at the top 5 most hated cards in Clash Royale, according to the community. And starting off our list at number 5, we have the Firecracker, also known by many players as the cameraman of Clash Royale. This card has become one of the most annoying troops in the game. She stays far behind your opponent's push, constantly shooting fireworks that splash onto everything in their path. And just when you think you're about to deal with her, she knocks herself backwards and keeps attacking from a safe distance. Because of that, the Firecracker often survives much longer than she should, slowly chipping away at your troops and making every defense more frustrating than it needs to be. Coming in at number 4, we have the Electro Giant. This card has been one of the most frustrating tanks in Clash Royale ever since it was added to the game. Unlike most tanks, the Electro Giant doesn't just absorb damage, it actually punishes anything that attacks it. Every troop that hits him gets zapped back by his electric ability, which makes swarm cards almost useless against him. Because of that, defending an Electro Giant push can quickly turn into a nightmare, especially if you don't have the right building or counter ready. And that's exactly why so many players in the community consider the Electro Giant one of the most annoying cards to face. At number 3, we have the X-Bow. This card has been one of the most controversial cards in Clash Royale for years. Unlike most win conditions, the X-Bow can lock directly onto your tower from the middle of the arena, forcing you to defend immediately. And once it locks on, even for a few seconds, it can deal a huge amount of damage. What makes it even more frustrating is the playstyle around it. X-Bow decks are usually very defensive, which often turns matches into slow and stressful battles where one small mistake can cost you the game. Because of that, many players consider the X-Bow one of the most annoying cards to play against in Clash Royale. At number 2, we have the Elite Barbarians. For a long time, Elite Barbarians have been one of the most controversial and hated cards in Clash Royale. Even though they only cost 6 elixir, they deal an incredible amount of damage and move extremely fast, which means if your opponent catches you without the right counter, your tower can disappear in just a few seconds. What makes them even more frustrating is how often they are used on ladder. Many players simply drop Elite Barbarians at the bridge and force you to react instantly. If you don't have the right card in hand, they can completely overwhelm your defense. Over the years, they have been buffed, nerfed, and balanced multiple times, but no matter what happens, they always seem to come back into the meta. Because of their insane damage, fast speed, and the pressure they create, Elite Barbarians have earned their place as one of the most hated cards in Clash Royale history. And finally, taking the number 1 spot on this list, we have the Mega Knight.
Nerf the Mega Knight.
This is probably the card that has caused more frustration than almost any other card in Clash Royale. The moment your opponent drops a Mega Knight, you already know things are about to get chaotic. When he lands in the arena, he deals massive spawn damage that can instantly destroy entire pushes. And if that wasn't enough, he also jumps from troop to troop, crushing everything in his path with huge splash damage. But what really made Mega Knight infamous is how often he appears on ladder. For many players, it feels like every few matches there's a Mega Knight waiting to ruin their push. Because of his massive health, destructive abilities, and the pure frustration he brings to so many matches, Mega Knight has become one of the most hated cards in Clash Royale history. And that was the top 5 most hated cards in Clash Royale, according to the community. Of course, this list can always be different depending on who you ask, because every player has that one card that completely ruins their matches. So now I'm curious, which Clash Royale card do you hate the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Clash Royale content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.